ahead and download. Just go ahead and click on this. It will it will automatically get downloaded, and once it gets downloaded, you will be able to see your file. So this is how your place a component works. It is just placing a default component, selecting a component and placing it into your model. The next topic that we'll be seeing is model in place. So that is what we'll be completely discussing today. So how to open your model in place? Under your architectural ribbon tab, just go ahead and choose this particular option component and choose the second option called as model in place. Once you click on model in place, what happens is you will be able to see this particular dialog box. Okay, so it will be stating as family, category and parameters. You will be having so many options right here: furniture, door, entourage, whatever you want, you'll be able to see it. But always go ahead and choose this particular option called as generic model. Okay, you will be, when you just scroll down, you will be having it as a generic model. All your options will be in alphabetical order, so it will be easy for you to search. Go ahead and choose the option called as generic model. Okay, once you select your generic model option, go click on OK. So what happens is you will get another dialog box asking for a rename option. So whatever model you're going to create, if you're going to create a table, if you're going to create a sofa, so whatever it is, if you wanted to rename that particular component, you can go ahead and rename it. Okay, so or else if you don't want, you can just go click on OK. That's completely up to your choice. Alright, so once you click on OK, what happens is your interface will get automatically changed. Can you tell me what is the change that you're able to find when you just when you just clicked on generic model?
Units.
No. Into this interface, your interface is this particular screen. So what is the difference that you saw between the
third part on the top? Actually, the ribbon and
the extrusion. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, your ribbon tabs got changed and your ribbons got changed. So when you just see this particular thing create, right? Actually, we had this particular point to be architecture. When your architecture ribbon tab turns into this option of create, it means you are under an interface where you can go ahead and create something on your own. Okay, so now you will be having this option called as create. So just make sure that once you click on model in place generic model, you must get this option called as create. Your architectural ribbon tab will be replaced with this option of create. Only if you are able to see that, you will be able to create your very own component. Okay, so right here, today we'll be looking into all these 5 options of extrusion, blend, revolve, sweep and sweep blend option. Okay, so now what you're supposed to do, these 5 components except your revolve, all these 4 components of extrusion, blend, sweep and sweep blend works come only under your 3D interface. Okay, so in order to open your 3D interface, you have 2 options to open your 3D interface. One option is to go ahead and select this house icon from your quick access toolbar, and another option I'll tell you what needs to be done. So if you just go ahead and double click on this very small icon, house icon onto your quick access toolbar, you will be directly taken to your 3D interface. Alright, so the other method that you have is you have to go to your view tab, and onto your view tab you will be having this option called as default 3D. You can go ahead and select that as well. So you have 2 options to open your 3D. Your first option will be to select this house icon from your quick access toolbar, and your second option is to go select your view ribbon tab, and you'll be having this option called as default 3D. You can follow either one of this option. Alright, so these 5 options of your extrusion, blend, revolve, sweep and sweep blend works only under your 3D. Okay, your revolve works both under your 2D and 3D. Your extrusion, blend, sweep and sweep blend works only under your 3D. Alright, so now what you're supposed to do. So once you have done, like opened your model in place option, the very first thing we'll be looking into is the extrusion option. So what you do is just go click on this option of extrusion. Once you click on this option of extrusion, you will be directed to this interface where you will be having mode, draw and work plane. So what do you mean by this term mode, and what is the symbol right here? Okay, so under your mode category, you will be having 2 symbols. One is a cross symbol, another one is a tick symbol. So if you are creating a component, or if you are creating a model or component, if you are happy with the component that you have created, you have to go click on this option of finish. Okay, if you click on this tick, you will be able to see your model being done. If you are not happy with the component that you have created, and if you wanted to edit it or change it, go choose this, or if you wanted to delete it or cancel it, you have to go ahead and choose this cancel option. Okay, so this you will be able to understand when we start working on it, so you need not worry about it. Okay, so you have to go ahead and choose finish option if you are happy with your, or if you are satisfied with the component that you have created. If you wanted to go ahead and cancel your model, you have to go ahead and just click on this particular cross option. All right, so now what you're supposed to do is you have to go ahead and click on this. 1 minute. So right here you will be having the other option called as draw, where you will be able to see all the shapes, a line, a rectangle, a pentagon, a hexagon, whatever you want. You will be able to see all these shapes. Using these shapes, we'll be creating our component. Alright, so I'll tell you about this work plane onto the later part. We'll be seeing it today, no worries. So initially just know about what do you mean by mode and what do you mean by draw. Okay, so now what you're supposed to do, we have selected the option called as extrusion. So in order to create a component, let me go ahead and choose this particular rectangle option. Okay, I'll go ahead create a rectangle. You will be able to work only under your 3D. Okay, so always make sure once you wanted to create a model in place, you have to be under your 3D interface. Okay, let me go ahead draw a rectangle. Once I have created a rectangle, I'll go click on this option of finish. So now what happens is, once you click on finish, you will be able to see the arrow keys onto your model that you have created. Alright, so now what you're supposed to do, you have to go ahead and use this arrow keys in order to create an extrusion of your model. That is, in order to make this plane to a 3D, you have to just use these arrows and move it up. So automatically what happens is you will be able to see a model being created. Okay, so you can use these arrows in this way. You can just reduce your height, you can increase your length or width, you can decrease your width. So whatever you want, you can go ahead and do. So this is how you're supposed to use your extrusion option. I'll tell you what needs to be done. Just go click on this option of create, choose this option of extrusion. Okay, select any profile of your choice. So if I just go ahead and create a triangle. Okay, so right here you will be able to see a pink color line. Right, you are able to see a pink color line. This pink color line is called as your profile lines. Okay, here onwards we will be using this term called as profile lines. Okay, this pink color lines that you are able to see is called as the profile lines. So now you have created a profile, that is, you have created a shape. You wanted to turn this particular shape into a model sort of a thing, a 3D solid part. Now what you're supposed to do, once you have created your profile, you have to go ahead and tick this option. Okay, if you go tick this option, what happened? Lines intersect. Yeah, even I wanted to say you this. You have 3 rules in order to create an error-free model. Okay, so what you're supposed to see. So what you're supposed to do is you have 3 rules in order to create your model. Okay, I'll just explain you the rules. Rule number 1. Your profile should always be closed profile. Okay, your profile should always be a closed profile. Okay, it is all should always be in a closed loop. Okay, so your profile that you are creating should always be in a closed loop. Okay, rule number 2. Your lines should not intersect. Your lines should not intersect. Your third rule, your lines should not overlap. Alright, so now if you go ahead and see, I'm getting an error when I just go click on finish. The error states that lines cannot intersect each other. The highlighted lines currently intersect. So if you are having any error onto the profile that you are creating, it will be highlighted in orange color. So you will be able to see your lines getting highlighted in orange color. So this line and this line is intersecting. So you are getting this particular error. So that is your rule number 2. Your lines should not intersect. Okay. So I'll just go ahead click on cancel. I'll just go click on continue. So in order to adjust this, I'll just go use this blue color arrow to move my profile to my respective point. Alright. So now if I go ahead, click on finish, you will be able to see your model being done. You have to use this arrow keys in order to make it into a solid form. Okay, so the first rule that you are seeing, right? So just go click on create extrusion. I'll choose any profile of my choice. So if I just go ahead and create a profile of this sort where my profiles are not closed, where my profile, when I'm not having my model completely closed. In that case, if I just go click on finish, see, you're getting another error. Lines must be in closed loop. The highlighted lines are open at one end. So it will be indicating you with an orange color dot. So always your profile that you're creating should always be in a closed loop. Okay, it should always be in a closed loop. So now once it is closed, go click on finish. So just go click on finish. You will be able to see your model being done. So you have to follow all these 3 rules in order to get an error-free model. Okay, you have to use all these profiles. Like your profile should be closed, your lines should not intersect, and your lines should not overlap. If all these 3 happens, if you don't follow all these 3 rules, you will be getting an error. Okay, so this is how you're supposed to go ahead and create your model using your extrusion option. Okay, just go ahead, try with this, click a picture and send it in the group. Just try with this.